Say ESPN 888-729-3776. We're going to be talking Kim Mulkey after this interview ahead, so give us a call. But let me tell you something. I have some cool moments in my career. This might be one of the coolest. I went to Minnesota State University, Mankato, 05 graduate of that great institution. I was the public address announcer for men's and women's basketball, a huge basketball fan. And over the last 48 hours, both the men's team and the women's team won the Division II national championships, and I just had to celebrate that. So we are now joined by Emily TC, the head coach of the Minnesota State University women's team. Emily, first and foremost, congratulations on such a remarkable achievement. What has it been like these last 48 hours for you to lead your team to a D2 title, and then a day later watch Matt Morgenthaler, my guy, win it with the men's team?
Yeah, I can't even begin to put it to words. It's just, I almost feel like we're just still riding on this incredible high of like, did this really happen? You know, I mean, just going through all of the emotions of, that experience just for our own program, but then to have experienced it side by side every step of the way through this entire season with our men's program has just been so exciting. It's just created such an incredible buzz around the community of Mankato, and we're just so excited about it.
Emily, first of all, congrats on the win and all you guys have accomplished. But I'm just curious, you know, we spent so much time talking at the big Division I level about the transfer portal and NIL and how the college landscape is changing. What is the biggest difference, you think, in the Division II level? Are the athletes different to coach? Are they easier to coach at that level because there's not all of that other things that are added into the mix?
You know, that's a great question. At the time when I was at Division I, all of that wasn't a factor. So, I don't maybe have hands-on experience to what all the NIL and transfer portal stuff is. My sister's the head coach at the University of Nebraska, so I've seen her, manage those things. And so just seeing it maybe secondhand. I do think there is obviously a significant difference. Our student athletes at MSU, in the D2 world, actually do have some really nice NIL opportunities here. And we've gotten a really nice partnership. And that's a nice thing about being in a community like Mankato where, the community steps up and wants to support the student athletes. So there's opportunity, but I genuinely think, for women's basketball, the student athletes come for culture. They come for, being a part of a program and committing to that and seeing it grow, in the relationships. And it's a lot less of maybe the quote unquote business side of what can I get out of this, financially, or, this is my stepping stone to get to somewhere bigger. A lot of the players in our program, had Division I looks, and chose to come to a place where they could have a great impact and commit for 4 years. And so it's been really great. I think Matt would probably tell you differently because on the men's side, that's not always the case. So, we're certainly fortunate that we've been able to kind of maybe maintain more status quo at our level than most.
He's Mark Zeno. I'm Myron Metcalf here on Sunday morning with Matt Myron, joined by the great Emily TC, who just led the Minnesota State University, my alma mater, women's team to an 89-73 win over Texas Women's University in St. Joseph's, Missouri. Shout out to Joey Bat, D2 All-American, almost had a triple-double in that game. Natalie Bremer, 27 points. And then 24 hours later, Matt Morgenthaler and the men's team, the Willingham brothers, connect on a last-second three-pointer. And now you have the double, the first time that a Division II team has won in both the men's and women's tournament, I believe since 1984. Emily, I know where I would be last night if I was still in Mankato. I'd be down at the Oleander, I think, probably celebrating and having a good time. How did you celebrate this remarkable achievement?
It was a lot of fun to be in St. Joseph. We had a number of alums that were from that 2009 national championship team who flew in for that game, and they, came to the hotel afterwards and were there to, just celebrate that moment with, this year's national champions. And, great following and crowd there. And so that was probably more where we just kind of soaked it all in, was just being able to have such a great showing, like I said, from the community and from, so many people who have supported us throughout this season, who just joined us there in St. Joseph, and got to kind of let that sink in a little bit. Yesterday on the drive back to Mankato, it was really fun. Our team has so many, really close connections with the men's basketball program, be it, maybe a couple boyfriends on the team, or some, really, really close connections with being, best friends with a lot of the guys. And so we just got to enjoy that time together as our program, watching and celebrating and cheering for our men's team. And, we got back yesterday afternoon at about 4 o'clock, and I have 3 young kids under the age of 11. So, it started to kind of turn into like, okay, it's time to get Easter baskets ready and start to, try to think a little bit about being a mom here for the next 24 hours heading into the Easter holiday. But it's just been so fun just to be back in the community and just still hearing from so many wonderful fans here.
She is Emily T.C., Minnesota State University women's coach. Just won the Division II national title in basketball. The men's team also won on Saturday. Remarkable achievement. Super mom, super coach. Congratulations. Do me a favor, Emily. Make sure my guy Scott Nelson gets 2 rings when it's all said and done. I think he has earned that.
He has earned that. Yes, he has. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot. That was Emily T.C., Minnesota State University, my alma mater, women's basketball coach. You know what, Mark? I can't do that all the time, right? I didn't go to a Power 5 school. I'm around all these people who went to Syracuse and Northwestern, and Matt basically bleeds blue. Like, literally, I think if you cut him, blue would come out of him, right? That's how big he is in Kentucky. So I never get to get in on these Power 5 conversations. I didn't have that experience. So D2 guy, I just felt like I had to celebrate a little bit with what my alma mater was able to achieve.
No hate there whatsoever. Listen, if my alma mater ever actually, was relevant in college hoops, I'd be asking to have them on too, doing dances and celebrating as well. Live it up, man. Absolutely. It's a great moment.